section 122 towards the floor, not C, 122, more towards like the end, damn near pit. And when I say like, so we were just kind of off to the side, not far off from where I was from 21 Pilots. That being said, when you see the videos, guys, and even some of the photos, they actually did not come out very well, even though I have a very high-end camera, and somebody made a good point. I was to the side a little bit, and sleep tokens, even though this phone is meant for low light and things, it was very dark, very foggy, very magenta, reds, blues.
Yeah.
So dark in general, it just was having a hard time picking stuff up. And the fact, like being clear, like my 21 Pilot stuff was, because if I would have stepped 20 feet to my left, I would have probably only been 30 to 50 feet behind where I was in pit in general for the night for 21 Pilots ish. Because I showed Becca, I was like, about right there is probably where I was for pit. And she goes, okay. Remember what I said about 21 Pilots pit? Sleep tokens was way pushed up. They had a lot of that general seating. It was mostly that, like, where I was in the pit wasn't even pit for 20 or for a sleep token. It was like the seating area. And like I was saying, guys, how 21 Pilots, they like walked around and stuff. Sleep token is the one stage.
Yeah.
So this is where we're going to talk about the difference here in a minute. So I'm going to get to that. But going to the show, guys, again, a lot of people recognized I actually inadvertently kind of hid out because we were like pre-gaming at a bar, like a few drinks, getting some food. And then it was like, fuck, it's 5:30.
Yeah, we got to go. Yeah.
And so, but still recognized a bunch. Turtle Gaming and Wild Card, pretty much regulars on like coffee time and stuff. So what's up, guys? I still got the selfie I'll be posting. But we all kind of hung out like inadvertently just for like 2.5 hours before we had to split to go to our seats. But walked basically right in. And we walked through this tunnel. You'll see in the video, guys, but it's like this screen like tunnel, and it was Arcadia. It was the
cherry blossoms,
cherry blossoms,
or the
Japanese or whatever.
Yeah, because it's a lot of just the pinks and the reds.
Yeah,
and there's even like seeing the first like just photography things that we got, or like now that we know that the music box thing is the beginning of even an Arcadia, but when we would see the flag and these different things. I don't know who the hell designed their color palette of what they do for each album, especially Arcadia. But dude, they need a raise.
Yeah,
like it's just like not even seeing it in person, but seeing just the entryway alone made me feel like, as someone that was watching it through your eyes of your camera, it was that, dude. It's like they've already set me up as exactly like how I need to feel. It's like I know what those colors make me feel. I know what they sound like.
I know what they sound. Yeah. That's why I was like, we literally walked through Arcadia.
Yeah.
Now, guys, like, and that's what I mean too. I was still close enough in the quote pit area that when we were in Arcadia essentially, because when they were doing confetti for different songs,
do you have some with you?
Yeah, because I kept it in my wallet before, but it would rain. Wow. It would rain down. Like, and we didn't have to go for like, it was like,
actually, let me, so sorry, people on RSS, you won't be able to see this, but let's see, anybody on YouTube, I'll try to get this over here, but check that out.
Yeah. So that's from, keep one. I was like,
really? Oh,
yeah, okay. So just keep that one.
I did not purposefully drop that one.
No, I know,
that's funny.
But no, that is from technically Arcadia, as you will, as you were, whatever.
I got you. Yeah, I know what you mean now, what you say.
But, so, same thing where when like we got there, like I felt this like presence come over me where it was almost like, you ever have one of those like, they're here.
Yeah.
Like they're in the building.
Yeah.
Some pretty interesting things happened that night. So One of them being just the fact of I almost immediately cried because it started with Windward. So so this is how it started. It started with Windward, Offering, Vor, Emergence, Alkaline Hypnosis, Provider, Rain, Caramel, Summoning, Aqua Regia, Granite, Thread the Needle. Hold on. Thread the Needle, Damocles, and Infinite Baths.
And you said that after Infinite Baths, they were done.
Out. Same, just like 21 Pilots.
See, that's interesting because I heard somebody say that their encore at one point was Thread the Needle, which I thought was really clever. But it's, I mean, still, I think that it makes sense in the lineup, though, for how they have the songs, you know?
We actually got Granite and Vor, which apparently doesn't happen a whole lot, but I think it's because to keep his voice. So we actually got 2 more songs than most people, or one more song, something like that.
Yeah.
But the Offering started, I was done. I was done. And then we got Saxophone for Aqua Regia. Now I heard it was not Gabby. It was because she is actually on.
Well, she's with Bill Murray. Right?
But Bill Murray was there.
Oh, he was?
He was there, like in the stands.
Oh shit. Okay, well, never mind. So
she's on tour with somebody else. Like I'm not trying to be funny, like Jonas Brothers or something like that.
Whatever probably would be.
I don't know. So again, comment in there if you remember, guys. So it wasn't her, but I missed that part in recording because again, all the stuff you see in my recording, guys, is I basically was doing this, and then would go and then watch, and then go, oh, he's over here, or shit, my camera moved, so I wasn't staring the whole time, and I would do the first minute of almost every song, and then I put my phone away because I wanted to be in it. I knew I wanted to vlog.
Well, I think that's one of the things you and I talked about was that I knew it for 21 Pilots that that was going to be the vibe of that was going to be enjoy, capture, and cackle with overwhelming just joy. Sleep Token, I think it was one of the things I said to you was, look, man, document it because selfishly it's one of those, I want to know how the Detour episode is going to come out with it, with everything, but also be present.
Yeah.
And it's
that was my biggest thing.
Be present, and I obviously we use this term loosely, but it's one of those no, be present, worship, just be there.
100%, and that's where we're going to talk about that word and this stuff because when it came down to being there, like I said, I got photos. I did things, and I didn't want to be that person. And again, so my videos are real sketchy, guys. Like when it comes to these types of vlogs, I'm gonna need to figure out some kind of harness. I'm serious. Like if I want to get some good that way, I'm not moving around. You can see what I'm looking at, basically. Because I know that people are understanding in the fact that I'm trying to keep up or whatever, but at the same time, still want to give you good footage.
Yeah.
Anyways, both shows, like I said, were very different. It's Vessel doesn't talk.
See, that's the part that is weird to me. How they do that.
So actually, I meant to talk about this. 21 Pilots, 26 songs. These motherfuckers just kept going.
Really?
Even with talk, they barely had any breaks in between, but same, those guys, machines. Same with Sleep Token. There was no breaks. We were done by 10:26.
That's so weird.
But again, it was only 15 songs.
Yeah.
So we were done at it was 11:20 or 11:15 for 21 Pilots, but we got almost double the songs.
Yeah.
But so when it comes to what's it like? Guys, it was calm. Now, people were chanting and wooing and hooping and hollering on parts and things and after the song or whatever. I stated this before. If you were to take all sound away and just see a crowd, you'd be like, this is a lame fucking crowd in concert. It's not.
They're engaged.
It is a spectacle because again, so it's very different. It is this worship, not a religious style, but I understand what people are saying now.
Yeah.
I was so involved at one point in Caramel. I forgot to put my hands up when he said, I was so that I didn't. I wasn't part of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it came over me where I had almost 2 or 3 different moments where, because I was standing in things, and I went, Eric, open your eyes.
Yeah.
Like, you're not just in Kyle's basement.
Right. You don't have to imagine the good. The good's here.
And people were like, well, no, you revive. I'm like, I know I was, but I wanted to see it with my own fucking eyes.
I get it. I get it.
So,
Yeah.
but it was just the fact of, but I understand it took me over just like 21 Pilots did, where like I'm like, I'm here. And I was damn near close enough that I will gladly mark that as a pit experience, because I was so close to being in what they considered the pit for even 21 Pilots.
Mm-hmm.
I just wasn't walking around.
Yeah.
But it was just the fact of I didn't put my hands up for that, and there was like 2 different times, like I said, I had my eyes closed long enough. I'm like, idiot, open your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But I was so there.
Yeah.
You know, but it was the fact of the crowds were very different. Even the pit, calm.
Mm-hmm.
There was one little bit of moshing I think they put up. I think it was for Vor.
See, that's what I would expect. Yeah.
For like 3 minutes. And it was like 4 people.
Well, the thing is, too, is like I remember seeing like when we first got into them, which was, you know, off the tail end of well, I guess maybe you could say tail end, but we were still there for a while, but like Take Back to Eden.
Yeah.
And seeing the crowds like with the blue lighting and different things, where like the crowds always looked like they were very chill. And it's one of those that, like, in my opinion, it almost kind of made me think of like, all right, well, maybe this is a lot like seeing Breaking Benjamin, you know, or like it does have that kind of vibe. But what really kills me about them in a good way is the fact of that we've been able to see the evolution of their live shows. And what, like, the whole joke of like, hey, check out my grotto, you know, or it's like just this monolithic huge thing that he just walks out of through the fog. Like, it's like we got to see a couple of different like really, really good like live videos of like Arcadia, like when they were first on tour.
Yeah.
Where it was like, holy shit, like this is their setup.
And that's what I got to see.
And it's so now I have so many questions, but like it's one of those that what I'm really curious about is that, did the theatrics live up to the entire night? Did you feel like it was was there like a stage handling maybe that you saw?
Kiss
or anything?
who?
Really?
Beatles who? Fucking AC/DC, fucking Led Zeppelin. I'm serious, guys. I've seen Kiss.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did he fly across the stage? No. He didn't need to.
No.
I do not care that 2 things, which go for it, man. He had his sexual moments on stage with laying down and things. He wasn't so much with the microphone stand, I feel like.
Yeah.
I got several spots of him doing his little dances and just vesseling out.
Yeah.
It was just the fact of the lights that were so on point with the songs and the beams and where 2 was. And then when he was, it was the summoning shenanigans when I'm pretty sure he was tying 3's shoe. And and just shit like that. Like he didn't need to cough up blood and fly across and land. He didn't need, that's what I mean. Like everybody was more just like this.
Yeah.
Like in a good way. And then you had your moments of like, you know, what's part of the songs or like whatever it might be, or then, you know, like when something would kick in or like, you know, the breakdown, but everybody just was there to watch the man.
Yeah.
Like watch them all again. So when you see it, guys, I tried, but because of where they were, I even tried to get 2 as best I could. It was basically Vessel that I could catch.
Well, that's the thing is 2 is tucked back there, man. Like, I mean,
he is.
Like, that's actually one of the things I really like about what they've done with their live show is that, you know, you have the stereotypical of like, all right, drummer's center, then you have guitarist left, you know, bassist right, lead singer center, whatever. Like, that's like a standard formula. Sleep Token's kind of like, fuck you, we're doing whatever we want. You know, it's like, it don't like, and I know I've made this correlation before, but it's almost kind of like, they're kind of having like their own like Tool approach. Is that like when Tool plays live, like I've seen them where they black out the entire stage. You cannot see them. They just have a screen on the
see, that's
back
weird
of the
to me.
stage.
Is that because they have stage fright or something?
No, I think it was more so like Maynard believed. I think it was Maynard and the guys, like, not like I know them, but like they were kind of like, no, like the focus is the art. Where it's like we'll talk to the crowd, we're gonna do our thing, but like we do not need to be seen. So like they would do like Schism or like Anima and like all like those different things. But with Sleep Token, I would argue that it's like, no, like they need to be a part of everything. Like they are the art. You know what I mean?
Correct.
Like it's the things that they wear, the things that they do. You know, it's just it's a show that has been like that has clearly been thought out so well. And dude, like I want to know the conversations with RCA Records that Vessel and everybody in that band and their stage production had that said, look, this is what we want to do. This is the budget that we need, or this is what would happen. And for RCA to go, what? Like, we'll give you everything. You know,
will you take a check?
Yeah, it's like $15 billion.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but dude, it's it shows.
With the stage being singular, stationary, like nothing like really moved or anything. Now, there was at one point, was it Aqua Regia? At one point, it was however the stage was, but it was cool. Like it was, they were like square, but these huge lights. They were like purple and blue, but they like came down and like were maybe probably 4 foot above Vessel. Like they were like encasing him almost.
Yeah.
But like nothing really moved. So. But he had spots like he would go up and like when he was playing the keyboard for like Damocles, and then it was just like the straight beams over him. There was like he would probably go back, take a drink of water like off there. Now, what I will say is, guys, I don't think he would be upset. I don't think he's upset about this. People have had some speculations on this as well, but. In Ohio, I don't know if it was other ones too, but I know in Ohio for sure, around the time I think Thread the Needle was happening, a lot of his face makeup was gone.
Yeah.
It like he had some chin left, and it would like his neck was pretty. And
it's hot. It's hot here, dude.
And people were taking photos naturally, not to be. Hey, here's the identity. But, you know, and when he's lifting up and people are right there, I saw him like, I was like, that's, and there was a lot of comments that were like, I don't think he was prepared for this U.S. heat.
No, and it's,
like,
well, especially too, man, like it's, you know,
it was gone.
Well, from sweat, and then not only just that, but I mean, it's with tears as well too, man, like that's actually one thing. Well, there's 2 things specifically about this show that I was very curious about. And the first one is we know that he gets emotional.
Oh, he did.
When did you think that he was really starting to break? What was the song that you could just tell that this was, I mean, obviously Vessel on stage, you know, the persona, but the person was being affected by his own music. Like
I'm pretty sure it was Provider.
Really?
I think so. No, what was yeah, oh man. See, I'm sorry guys, like it's all running together. I cannot remember. He was laying like when he was getting up, and it was like somebody would put the slow motion version of him because of how he was sitting. But you can see it when he's getting. I'm not trying to be gross, but like sometimes when you get into a song, I thought he drooled for a second, but then I realized it came from over here. There was this huge drop that came down, and I went, "Oh,
buddy, yeah."
And I'm like, "That's not sweat. That wasn't anything." Like honestly, man. I would say even at the second song, like with me, like The Offering, like
Really?
I would say he was even starting then because you can hear it in his voice. And I think this is where sometimes people have said, Vessel doesn't sound like he's the greatest singer live. And I've thought, well, dude, if you're upset, can you sing on key?
Right. Your throat tightens and closes when you cry. Yeah. And he's still giving it.
If you're getting emotional, can you sing on key? The man can clearly sing.
Yeah.
The man can clearly sing. So let's not, and not that everybody was being an asshole about it, but like I get what sometimes people, but he also changes things. And like we got different parts and add-ons for Provider and even like I think Aqua Regia and just like how he would hit certain notes. But it was just one of those where everything that was happening around was so involved, even though, like I said, it wasn't the jumping up and down and stage dives and all this stuff. Two totally different shows, but two of the best shows I've ever been to. I would gladly spend the money again, travel the things, do the stuff, stand in the lines, all the things to see either one of these bands again, because with the way Vessel puts on a show, 100%. If you can afford it, guys, if your bank account allows it or whatever it is, go.
Yeah.
I don't care. We also had something that happened with the sign.
That I actually wanted to ask you about the is it now it's because
You
it
are
looked like
you are so loved.
because the entire crowd had them.
No. Like there was like
Because from the picture, it looked like it was almost like maybe the wristbands for like 21 Pilots. Maybe they were like passing them out or something.
It wasn't like the whole crowd, but there was like a number of people in the pit. And so for Infinite Baths, and he had it, and he was doing like the thing, and he was showing it, and basically it actually was kind of tough because he had it, and as soon as the big break, he like threw it down. So like it all went black and came back on. So and then he didn't have it anymore.
Yeah.
But he had it for like a good 40 seconds, 30 seconds. And so I don't know if it was the person that had it or whatever, but somebody has like the legit professional looking photo that's like the thing now to have. And people are like, I'm going to get one. I wasn't that close, guys, to get that. I didn't even know that was happening, so I didn't get that. I actually caught him after that, I'm pretty sure. But I want it for the studio. I want like a good copy of it.
Yeah.
But somebody posted a comment under the one where people were like framing it and showing it, and they said something along the lines of, This was so amazing. This was part of like music history or Sleep Token history, and I was there for it. And I put same.
Yeah.
I was at least there. I was there for that, where that was taken. I got to see that live and knew what it was. And like that's the thing right now for Sleep Token, and I'm like, I was there for that. I got to witness that in person.